Now, let's talk about one of the strategies we're looking at coming down the road here. And we're going to wait until the next Fed rate change before we do this. And the reason is, for treasuries, if the Feds raise rates, it's going to put a dampener on the treasuries. So if you've got treasuries that are low in value, we can kind of buy it at a discount at that point. That kind of makes sense. It's on sale at that rate. So what we're looking at is laddered treasury strategies. And you can set these up for really almost any duration you want from 3 months on from there. But just to give you an example, you can have a 3-month, 6-month, 9, 12, and 15 months. So let's say this is a 15-month bond ladder strategy. In 3 months, that first one's going to come due, and we have an option. Is the market in good shape? Do we want to put it back in? Well, if it's not, we can roll it back and buy another bond and just keep following that sequence. Now, the interesting thing is it will create income. Now, you've all heard me say I don't really like dividend income or I don't like interest income. Why is that? You pay a higher tax on that than you do capital gains. So I'd rather pay capital gains tax than ordinary income tax. And for anybody who is below, gosh, I can't remember the number. I think it's 40,000 in income. You're paying 0 capital gains. So what would you rather pay? Ordinary income on interest or capital gains? Capital gains. It's 0 against whatever your ordinary income rate is. So that's why we don't normally like it. But these are extraordinary times right now, right? We need returns. We need to get them someplace. So we're going to be looking at this strategy, but we're not going to employ it until after the Feds declare what the new rate is. It's really designed to smooth out the ride a little bit more and bring in something. Because from a cash standpoint, do you bring a lot of money when it's sitting in cash? No, it's virtually nothing because you're sitting in a money market account that might be making 2 basis points or 20 basis points or something like that. Well, with this, you'll make more. This allows us to own the treasuries directly as well within this ladder approach. And the duration we're looking at is really 6 months to 3 years. Now, what I want to tell you is the net rate of return is going to be somewhere around 2.5% to 3%. That's net of fee return. So when we're looking at this, if the 3-month or 6-month duration is almost as high as the 3-month, guess what we're going to work with? A 3-month duration, because that keeps us more liquid and makes it liquid faster. So at the end of the day, this is a strategy we'll be looking to employ instead of pulling more cash. We'll just start putting a position set up in each one of the client's accounts through the laddered bond strategy. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense? At the end of the day, if the market continues to go down, we want something that's going up. And if this is one of the only things that's going up, this is kind of where we want to be, at least for the short term. It's not something we would do long term per se.